time for another compilation video. Hopefully you liked last week's video, which was our top 5 favorite boondocking spots from 2017. Today, we're going to do our top 5 waterfalls from our travels in 2017.
Tuesday talk style.
Yeah.
And we have to do it inside because it's way too windy out there. And I love you guys, and I don't want to have you listen to wind, just like we don't want to have to listen to wind. So, anyway,
Waterfalls.
Inside, not a very pleasant background, but there is that subscribe pillow.
There, yeah.
From my
Hint,
parents.
hint.
From my folks.
And the rest of the video will have lots of overlays of beautiful waterfalls, so hopefully that makes up for it. So let's get started. We're going to say our number 5 waterfall from our travels was...
That's a nice little pause there.
Ponytail Falls. This is one of the falls that were in the Columbia River Gorge. And I think what was fun about this one is you got to walk behind it.
That's very unique.
It is. And it was like this whole, it was a circle, so like a half circle, semicircle. And so you would walk behind it and then come back around. So you could like see the other person behind the falls. There were people swimming down in the pool, though it was very, very cold. Yeah, that's not something we were at all interested in.
No, I'm good. I don't like swimming in cold water.
But the waterfall was really cool because you got to go behind it. We don't get very many times you get to do that.
That's true.
It's actually very similar to a, this isn't a waterfall, so we're not going to count it as one of our top 5, but we really liked this as well. The Lower Emerald Pools in Zion National Park. That was another thing that you walked behind the water.
Yeah. One of my favorite photographs that I've ever taken of water. This one was taken from that spot.
Yeah.
Really cool. Wide angle lens. That's with an 8.5 millimeter fisheye. Super wide angle. I like how it turned out. And that was a fun hike.
Yeah. And that one you could actually, so we actually did a longer hike with that, but that is actually on the paved part of the Emerald Pools hike. And so I think you could get there, almost anybody could get there. There's a bit of hill, but it is paved. So, Okay. Number 4 in our waterfalls are the McLeod Waterfalls. This was a hike we did when we were camping in Mount Shasta. And there were 3 waterfalls in the hike. And the middle falls was
the most impressive.
The most impressive, yeah. There's a shot that Steve got of me that I'm like out on this, I like climbed out onto this log. And I was trying to set up the GoPro to get really good footage of the waterfall.
You're just chilling.
Yeah.
Just chilling there.
Yeah. I think that was the biggest waterfall I had seen in person.
Up until that point?
To that, like that close, up to that point. So I just remember that being a really cool hike.
I don't remember the hike much. I just remember the falls.
Yeah.
I remember the good things, not the bad things.
See, I like hiking. He doesn't, so.
Not really. Yeah.
Okay. Number 3 would be Eagle Falls. This one we saw,
Tahoe.
Yeah, we were driving around Lake Tahoe.
One of the most impressive waterfalls because I got to get right up, pretty much right up next to it. I could have just jumped in and flown down I mean, that would have been painful, but you were right there.
Yeah. I think part of it
feel it
was that there was unbelievable snowmelt this past year. And so the falls was way bigger than it normally is and was like overflowing the area it normally went in. So we were like walking around in different parts and it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So that's right outside of, that was on our Lake Tahoe. I think that was coming around maybe like the southern part of the lake. Don't quote me on that.
I have no idea.
But it was Eagle Falls. Number 2 of our best waterfalls of 2017 would be Multnomah. The
Gorge.
Yes, in the Columbia River Gorge. And this one is very well known and very popular, but for a reason.
Oh, it was busy.
Yeah.
Oh, it was busy. Especially when we left.
Yeah, we got there bright and early, so we didn't have to worry about parking and everything else. But it got really busy. But you can actually like see it from 3 different spots, if I remember correctly. There's down below by like the visitor center area. Wasn't
there like a bridge or something?
There's a bridge that you walk across, and that's a pretty cool view. You're kind of like midway, I think, at that point.
That's where all the people were.
And then if you go and do more of a hike, which is what we did because we went and saw some other falls as well, you can actually get up to like the top of Multnomah and look down.
That's where I got this photo. super cool.
Yeah.
Like that view.
Yeah. So that's really cool. It's touristy, but it's really neat. And hopefully, if anybody knows this, I don't know. We know that there were some major fires in the Columbia River Gorge after we left this year, and some of the areas were with the waterfalls were burnt down, the trees. I don't know if that occurred at either Ponytail Falls or at Multnomah Falls. But yeah, that was sad to hear about.
That is sad.
Yeah. Okay, top waterfall from 2017.
Number 1.
Lower Proxy Falls outside of Bend. Actually, it's kind of far from Bend. I'll put where it actually is, but we were staying in Bend when we went and saw it.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing. It's huge.
All these were in the Northwest.
It's huge. No, one was
for good reason.
One was in Utah. And one was in California. And one was in California. So not all of them.
Northern California.
Yeah. Lower Proxy Falls was huge and gorgeous, and you could like clamber right up to it. Steve was having major issues with his lenses getting all sorts of condensation on the lens.
There's lots of mist.
Yeah.
That was just hovering in the air.
And that was another cool
So you
photo.
couldn't really look towards it.
Yeah.
Because it was tough not to have your camera all wet by the end.
Yeah. So we didn't get a whole lot of great video there, though we got some, which I'm sure we're showing you right now. But he also got a really cool photo there of me by the falls that kind of puts how big that waterfall is in perspective.
Because there's a little tiny Courtney on the lower left.
Yes.
And a huge waterfall pretty much everywhere else.
Yeah. We got really soaked for that waterfall because the mist was just, the spray was just ridiculous. But it was
relentless as...
beautiful.
I guess that's understandable.
Yeah.
Next to a waterfall. But yes, that was nice.
So those are our top 5 favorite waterfalls from 2017 travels. We love waterfalls. If you've watched us for a while, you know this. We will hike to a waterfall above any other hike, I think.
For the most part, that's true.
So expect to see more waterfalls in the coming year because I will be on the lookout for them. And then we'll have to do a comparison compared to these 2017 ones.
We'll be up in the Northwest again this summer.
Yeah.
Washington State,
and a bunch of Montana and Wyoming as well. So.
Yes, all that.
Colorado,
all
sorts of places.
Yeah.
So
make it not be so hot this time. Whoever has control over the weather, make it not so hot. Not so hot.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Plan to do more of these compilation videos. If you have a topic that you think would be fun to see our top 5 from our travels, let us know in the comments below. And stay tuned for another compilation here soon. Like this video if you liked it.
Like it if you like it.
If you didn't, I'm sorry. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.
Yes. Bye. Oh yeah, the pillow. The pillow. Are you guys still watching?